What's going on, guys? This is United WWE coming at you another video. Sorry I haven't uploaded in the last couple of days. I've actually been pretty sick with a cold, so yeah, I'm back at it. And I watched Monday Night Raw, so I came on here today just to give my review. So guys, sit back, relax and enjoy, and make sure to comment down below what you thought of the show. And yeah, just before we get into it, guys, I just want to pass on my best wishes to the Hitman Bret Hart. I'm sure we all want to do that at this moment. He announced yesterday that he is actually suffering from prostate cancer at the moment, so this is a very serious matter. And if there's anyone that can beat this, it's the Hitman, the champion that is Bret Hart. You know, best of luck, man. We're wishing you all the best, and I have no doubt about it that we'll see you back in the WWE very, very soon. And yeah, you'll get the ovation you deserve, and the fans love you, man. You're a legend in the industry, and all the best to the Hart family and Bret Hart at this very tough time. And guys, if you have any social media, Twitter, Facebook, head over to Bret Hart's official pages. Just wish him all the best. You know, I've seen so much outpouring of love and respect for this man, and stuff like this will encourage the guy to fight harder against his cancer. So if you have the opportunity today, head over to Twitter or Facebook, go to Bret Hart's official page, and just send him a good luck tweet. You know, just wish him all the best, because little things like that really add up, and as I said, it will help him fight this cancer even harder. So guys, getting into last night's Monday Night Raw, it was live from Birmingham, Alabama, and the show actually got off to a really good start. It was actually different to what we were usually used to. See the Authority come out, you know, Triple H, Stephanie or whatever, and they blabber on for 10-15 minutes, and then we move on to a match maybe. But actually last night Brock Lesnar came out, and the fans were really up for it. Lesnar came out, Paul Heyman was with him. Heyman was on the mic for a good probably 10 minutes. Heyman was just talking about how Reigns and Ambrose just have no idea about what's in store for them at Fastlane in a couple of weeks, saying both men will be entered into Suplex City, both will get F5s, both men will be destroyed in the triple threat match. As Heyman continued to talk about the destruction that both men will receive at the hands of Brock Lesnar at Fastlane, Dean Ambrose's music hit. He came down to the ring with a purpose, with his Intercontinental Championship. He got into the ring and he went right up to the face of Brock Lesnar, even went up to the face of Paul Heyman, and he said, "What's up, Porky?" That was actually pretty funny. But once he said that, Lesnar stepped in the front of Paul Heyman. He stepped in between him and Ambrose, and yeah, Ambrose and Lesnar went face to face, and it was actually pretty cool to see these two go face to face. It's always good to see Lesnar kind of, you know, going against these guys that need the rub of these bigger talents. You know what I mean? It's great for people like Ambrose to be in the ring with someone like Brock Lesnar. You know, that's like a superstar like Brock Lesnar, to be in the ring with someone like Dean Ambrose, who will be a superstar in the future. There's no doubt about it. He's on his way. He's on the fast track to being an absolute star in the WWE. And yeah, only going against people like Brock Lesnar can only help Dean Ambrose. Yeah, and if you guys follow me on Twitter, you would have seen over the last few days I was talking about how Dean Ambrose, he really needs more mic time, and WWE just needs to do more with him at the moment, because at the moment he just seems to be like, he just seems to be Roman Reigns' bitch at the moment. You know, everything that Roman Reigns gets involved in, they just drag Dean Ambrose into it because he's his brother, you know, and he has to be there. But I want to see Dean Ambrose, you know, kind of separated from Reigns a bit and let him do his own thing. Of course, this triple threat match is good for both men. But is Ambrose just being put into this match just to be the guy that gets pinned? That's the question. But yeah, guys, this match, or this segment, is actually really good. Ambrose went right up to the face of Brock Lesnar. He told him that he's not afraid of being introduced to Suplex City. You know, he's been to worse places, and he's ready for the fight at Fastlane. And it was actually a very good segment. It was put together well. Both men, Lesnar just kind of smirked and laughed off Ambrose, but Ambrose was deadly serious about what he was saying, and I thought it was a very good way to kick off the show. And yeah, I'm looking forward to the triple threat match at Fastlane between Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose and Brock Lesnar. Next up, we had Kalisto versus Rusev. Now, Del Rio was actually at ringside for this match, and if you guys have heard over the last couple of days, it looks like Alberto Del Rio is injured at the moment. He suffered a back injury at the Royal Rumble after receiving one of the suplexes from Brock Lesnar in the Royal Rumble match. Now, it's not known how serious the back injury is. He could be cleared at this point. He just didn't wrestle on Raw. But that's why he sat out some matches on Raw. He wasn't involved. He was just at ringside. But yeah, Kalisto who has been a thorn in the side of Alberto Del Rio of late. He's taken the US title off from 2 times at this stage in a matter of a month, I think it is. But yeah, I was reading the other day, it looks like Kalisto is actually being trusted in the role that John Cena would have been playing on Monday Night Raw. Vince McMahon has put Kalisto straight into the feud that John Cena would be playing out on Raw at the moment if he was still around. So that's actually really good to see that they're trusting a guy like Kalisto, trying to get him over even more. And yeah, it's great to see Kalisto getting the opportunity, because I remember even saying on here a few weeks ago after my TLC review video that the guy stole the show, and when you do stuff like that you just needed to be rewarded, and that's what he did. You know, he's after taking the ball and he's running with it now. He actually had a very good win last night, even though it was by count out. He defeated Rusev. He outsmarted Rousseff in the end. He got back in the ring before the 10 count, and yeah, it was actually a good finish to the match. Del Rio and Rousseff were furious, but it's looking bad for the League of Nations at the moment. Sheamus actually injured his arm as well. I don't know if it was during his birthday celebrations or it was at a live event over the last week, but his arm is actually in a cast at the moment, guys, if you haven't seen the pictures on Twitter. And you know, Wade Barrett still hasn't been fully cleared to get back into ring action. So you know, all 4 guys at the League of Nations have been injured or are injured at the moment. Credit has to be given to the League of Nations though, because they were formed at a time when there was a lot of injuries in WWE, and they were put together as a group just to kind of fill that void in the roster where they can be put into so many matches just to fill up gaps. And I think they've actually done a really good job, Joe. They've really taken the workload on their shoulders. They tried their best, and I think these injuries now are just a result of them overworking and being booked too much. And Joe, it'll be kind of sad to see it all fall apart, but hopefully Barrett and Sheamus can come back stronger and Del Rio's injury isn't too serious. Next up, I'm going to be talking about a backstage segment which saw Stephanie in her office. She was joined by Roman Reigns. Now, Roman Reigns was talking to Stephanie about how he will retain the World Heavyweight Championship. He was then joined by his brother, his so-called brother, Dean Ambrose, who said, you know, there's nothing between the two men, you know, they're still brothers. And Stephanie just kind of kept teasing at them how eventually all the greats, you know, you can't have all this power without there being some sort of compromise. You know, someone's going to turn on someone, and she kept teasing at the fact that one of them could turn heel, sort of. You know, one of them could turn on the other, and both men kind of just looked at each other. You know, they said that's never going to happen. But you know, it's interesting to see them kind of tease that angle. And Joe, do you think Dean Ambrose would turn on Roman Reigns? I think it's coming, guys. I think it's coming pretty soon. I'm not sure if it'll be at Fastlane, but could it be at WrestleMania? And you know, that's the question. Let me know in the comment section below, guys. Do you think Stephanie was kind of teasing at something we could see in the near future? Next up, we had the Usos. They faced the Social Outcast members Adam Rose and Curtis Axel. Now, this match didn't go on too long, but it was quite an enjoyable match. It was actually interesting to see that Bo Dallas wasn't a part of the group tonight. Bo Dallas and Bray Wyatt actually had to leave Raw early, as their grandfather, the great, I must say, is a very good wrestler back in the day, Blackjack Mulligan. He's actually in a very serious condition in hospital at the moment, so all the best wishes to him. Hopefully, just like Bret Hart, you have a speedy recovery. But yeah, it must be pretty serious if both guys were rushed to be at his bedside. You know, this is a very tough time probably for their family, so fingers crossed and all the best wishes from us, the WWE Universe. Getting back to the match, the Usos picked up the win in this match. It looks like they're pushing on to get back to getting them WWE World Tag Team Championship. So yeah, good win for the Usos, and surely they'll be back in contention for the tag team titles very soon. Next up, we had another backstage segment which saw Brie Bella talking to Renee Young. She was actually talking about Nikki Bella and how she's recovering from injury, and she spent her time at home in bed watching the WWE Network, which I find very hard to believe. Just another cheap plug for the WWE Network. But she was actually joined by Charlotte and Ric Flair, and Charlotte kind of just was kind of poking at Brie, trying to wind her up, saying, you know, like that she was the one that could have caused Nikki's injuries. You know, she could have been the one that damaged her neck at Night of Champions or Hell in a Cell. And she kept kind of just poking at Brie, and Brie, you could just tell by Brie's face she wasn't happy about it. Charlotte made some remark that Nikki is just at home doing online shopping, and that's actually the truth probably, but yeah, she kind of winded up Brie ahead of their match, and they actually had a decent enough match which saw Brie actually pick up a win. Charlotte went for the figure four. It was actually reversed, and somehow Brie took up the win. Ric Flair was furious at ringside. It was actually pretty funny, but yeah, Brie picks up the win in this one, and it'll be interesting to see who will Charlotte face at Fastlane. Will it be Becky or will it be Sasha? And at this stage it really looks like it could be Sasha, or could we get some sort of triple threat at Fastlane for the Divas Championship? Later on in the night, guys, we had some more Divas action as Sasha Banks took on Becky Lynch in a singles match, and just before the match, Sasha actually came out and she cut a very, very good promo, I must say. She came out and talked about how she wanted to stake a claim at the top of the Divas division. She was tired of sitting around, and she was here to get to the top, and she was taking no prisoners pretty much, and it was a very good realistic promo. I thought she was very serious and it was very passionate, and that's what you want to see in a promo. She was interrupted by Tamina and Naomi, of course, her former stable members, and they talked about how they knew this day would come. They wanted to wish Sasha all the best, but they weren't going to turn on her. They still kind of wanted to support her. They would respect each other as opponents and stuff like that. It was weird way as well. Naomi made a reference to the Wiz Khalifa and Kanye West feud on Twitter. And yeah, the match got started then anyway. Becky Lynch came out. These two girls always put on a good match, Sasha and Becky. Sasha Banks won this match by disqualification after Becky Lynch got into a bit of a confrontation with Team Bad members Naomi and Tamina, and they actually went on, Tamina and Naomi, to beat the crap out of Sasha Banks, and Becky was kind of just sitting back and watching this, and then she decided, fuck it, I'm going to get involved in this. She went out and kicked the crap out of both Tamina and Naomi, and this kind of just ended in a bit of a scrap, but I thought it was a good segment, was put together well, and it'll just be interesting to see what they do, as I said earlier, at Fastlane. I'm hoping for a triple threat match between Becky, Sasha and Charlotte. That would be a great match to see, but will they save for WrestleMania? That's the question. Next up is a segment I actually really enjoyed, and like, love him or hate him, the Miz is actually so good at doing this. He just they did a Miz TV and AJ Styles was on the show, and Miz just did it so well. He just kept winding the fans up, not letting AJ talk. Every time he kind of pushed the mic over to AJ to let him talk about his life, his career, just stuff that Miz kept mentioning about how he played football back in the day. He's told he was too small. He compared AJ Styles to Daniel Bryan, and he talked about how Daniel Bryan was his protege. He taught Daniel Bryan everything he knew today. He got him that WrestleMania spot. He got him that World Heavyweight Championship. He was the reason the Yes movement began, and just bullshit like that. And he just kept winding the fans up. He had me really annoyed because I want to hear AJ talk, and eventually AJ just had none of it. He stood up and he absolutely plummered Miz in the face, and it was actually good to see AJ showing a really aggressive side. He actually went to town on Miz. He really kicked the shit out of him. He threw him all the way across the ring, threw one of the chairs, then he just kicked him out of the ring. And AJ just shown a lot of passion, saying in the ring, I belong to be here, and the Miz just crawled up the ramp, and it was actually a really good segment. Good to see AJ get that sort of recognition on Raw. The fans just showing him a lot of love and respect, and I love seeing that, because the WWE, you hear about them having this fear that AJ wouldn't be noticed. The fans would know who he is. But any true wrestling fan knows who AJ Styles is. He's been around the world for years now, and the guy's just such a top talent, and fingers crossed he gets what he deserves in WWE, and that is a top spot very, very soon. They're just building him up slowly at the moment, and it looks like Chris Jericho wants more of AJ Styles, and that's something I want to see, guys. He talked about Chris Jericho actually did a backstage segment. He talked about how he'll be seeing a lot more of AJ Styles very soon, and it could be as soon as SmackDown, as he'll be keeping a close eye on AJ Styles and The Miz. So that could be a triple threat. Maybe we see a Fastlane, or it could be a singles match between AJ Styles and Chris Jericho at Fastlane. Who can know, guys? Let me know in the comment section below. Next up, guys, we had the singles match, Tyler Breeze versus Titus ONeil, in a match that was really something you would expect to see on Superstars. I know it's sad to say, because Tyler Breeze had a lot of potential coming up to the main roster and stuff like that, but I'll stand by what I said. I know you guys will probably disagree with me on this one, But Tyler Breeze's gimmick, I don't think was ever going to get over on the main roster. You can say, you know, he was booked wrong, they did this for him wrong, but his gimmick is just it's too similar to Fandango's. And when they put Tyler Breeze with Summer Rae, and then they scrapped that, and then yeah, it was bad booking, but I just don't think his gimmick was ever going to be taken seriously on the main roster. On NXT, there's a lot of gimmicks like that like, you know, like it may work down in NXT. You know, the fans are just looking for pure, you know, great wrestling matches, and that's what they always get. You know, it doesn't really matter about the gimmicks because the fans get into every gimmick. But on the main roster, guys, it's just different. You know, it's hard to explain, but you know, you have to be taken a bit more seriously, because on the main roster you're either sink or swim. If you're taken seriously, you know, you'll swim, and if you're taken as a joke, you'll be putting on matches on superstars, and you'll be another Santina Morella, or, you know, just not taken seriously, and you won't be put in serious feuds. You won't be taken seriously because your gimmick is a joke, and why should you be taken seriously? You know, it's exactly what happened to, you know, Fandango. Where's Fandango now? And I really think unless they change something with Tyler Breeze, he'll just be another Fandango or Adam Rose, you know, just going nowhere and just stuck on the main roster. And I say a lot of these guys actually would prefer to be back on NXT at the moment, but you know, that's just a tough reality of the main roster, and that's how tough it is to get over on the main roster. Moving on, guys, yeah, Titus ONeil picked up the victory in this match. A lot of fans on Twitter were not happy with that, because so many fans of Tyler Breeze out there, but you know, that's just how it's going for Tyler at the moment, and I think he'll have to go away for a while and just, you know, maybe think of something new, a different gimmick, something just to get his career back on track on the main roster. Next up, we had a rematch on Monday Night Raw. It was Kevin Owens versus Dolph Ziggler. Now, this match was probably the best match on the show last night. It was very enjoyable to watch. It actually prevented me from turning off the show, because at this stage I was just really bored and I wasn't enjoying Raw, and I don't want to come across as being moany about it, but it's just the truth, guys. 3 hours of Raw is just too much, and when you're getting matches that just have no storyline to them or anything like that, like Titus ONeil versus Tyler Breeze, so I just have no interest in it. And yeah, this match actually turned my head. It saved me from turning off the show. As I said, it was Kevin Owens versus Dolph Ziggler. Kevin Owens is actually undefeated against Dolph Ziggler in the WWE since he joined the main roster. He said on Twitter he's actually 9, I think he said maybe 8-0 or 9-0 versus Dolph Ziggler, but that all changed last night as Dolph Ziggler picked up a win against Kevin Owens. And as always, Dolph Ziggler selling in this match. It was off the chain. He was doing a great job. He actually reversed the pop-up powerbomb into a zigzag, and you know, the crowd really got into this match. He got a 3 count after that. But some of the spots in this match, and just watching Kevin Owens as a heel, it's a pity people love him so much, because he's such a good heel. Just coming out to the ring, he just grabbed the fan's sign, he ripped it up and threw it on the ground. That's something you want to see as a heel, you know, just be a complete prick, and that's what he was doing. That's what he's always done, and it's great to see. So keep up the great work, Kevin Owens, and a good win for Dolph Ziggler. But you have to think, guys, doesn't make any sense for, you know, Ziggler is losing to guys from Social Outcasts a couple of weeks ago, and then he's losing to Kevin Owens, I think it was last week or the week before. Then he's picking up a victory. Like, you know, who are the guys? Like, there's talk of them pushing Kevin Owens to go against the likes of Brock Lesnar and stuff, and then they're scrapping that, and then like they want to push Kevin Owens, but they don't want to push Kevin Owens. They want to push Dolph Ziggler, they don't want to push Dolph Ziggler. You know, it goes both ways. It doesn't, the loss doesn't really affect Kevin Owens, but you know, make up your mind, WWE. Are you trying to push a guy, or are you not? And where are you going with the likes of Dolph Ziggler and Kevin Owens? Like, what's in store for them next? It always just comes across like there's no plan. And yeah, great match, but as I said, looks like WWE creative need to get their act together and get plans in store for these guys, especially coming up to WrestleMania and beyond, of course. Next up, we're talking Erick Rowan versus The Big Show in a singles match. Now, this match was actually announced before Monday Night Raw, and the fans, you could just tell by the backlash on Twitter that nobody wanted to see this match. Anytime it's Giant versus Giant show, you just really don't want to see it. Big Show's really run his course in WWE at the moment. I don't think there's any storyline or feud or anything that the Big Show can do that the fans will like in any sort of ways. They're just seeing it too much, too often. And I think WWE might have to look at the likes of Big Show and they'll say, has he run his course in WWE? I love Big Show. He's a great guy and stuff, and like he's always been around for years, and I have a lot of respect for him. But I think he is a guy that should really consider retiring because there's only so much you can do and so much the fans can take in, and I think the fans have really just run their course at the Big Show, and it's time to move on. But in this match, Big Show actually picked up the win. He defeated Erick Rowan with a chokeslam, and then all the Wyatt family just came in, absolutely destroyed him. Luke Harper and Strowman got involved. They just kicked the shit out. It was just a pure mugging, as Michael Cole would say. And then they got the steel steps just in front of the announcements table, and they just, I think it was some sort of like suplex onto the steel steps, and it looked very painful, especially for a big guy like the Big Show. His back just absolutely clattered off the steel steps, and it looks like a lot of talk going around that Strowman could be facing the Big Show at Fastlane, and that's just another match. It'll probably be good for Strowman, because he'll learn a lot. He's a big guy. He needs to learn how to work as a big guy, and going against the likes of the Big Show will really help him develop, because at the moment I really think Strowman is very, very green as a wrestler. He has a lot to learn. Maybe have him on live events working working with someone like Kane or the Big Show. Big guys that know how to work, how to get over. He'll learn so much off the likes of Kane and the Big Show with people like them. But maybe have him work house shows with Kane and Big Show or people like that. But there's talk about Strowman going against The Undertaker at WrestleMania. Will he go against Big Show at Fastlane, and he just destroys Big Show, and then that kind of pushes him on to go against The Undertaker at WrestleMania? I really don't want to see that, guys. Let me know in the comment section below. Would you be interested in a Strowman versus The Undertaker match at WrestleMania? I'm really hoping we don't see it, because I just have absolutely no interest at all in seeing that match. Next up, guys, I am talking the New Day versus Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose. Now, in this match, Big E and Kofi Kingston were the two from the New Day, and as always, Xavier Woods was outside on the apron, just giving us socks. The guys, all three guys are just absolutely hilarious. And speaking of hilarious, there's actually a really funny backstage segment on Raw between R-Truth and Goldust. It's actually on YouTube as well at the moment on the official WWE page. So just if you missed that, guys, just go watch it, because I don't know about you, but I found him pretty funny. So it's just pretty hilarious stuff. But getting back to this tag team match, of course, the two brothers, Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns, they're teaming up against the New Day. Paul Heyman was actually on commentary for this match. It's always good to hear Paul on commentary. Very serious about talking about the triple threat match, what's in store for Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose. And this is actually a very enjoyable match. For most of the match, the New Day were in control, but as always, Reigns came in on the hot tag. He took over the match. Big E actually did very, very well in this match. I thought his selling was actually very, very good. Kofi did a good job too, and as I said, Xavier Woods on the outside was always so entertaining as always with his trumper, whatever the fuck you call it. But the Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose ended up picking up the victory in this match, and as soon as they were celebrating, as soon as the match ended, you just hear the music. It's Brock Lesnar. He comes down to the ring, and this is where there was kind of a bit of a fuck up, because the New Day came into the ring. They attacked Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns before Lesnar got the chance to come down to the ring, and it was a bit weird the way it was done, because the camera was on Roman Reigns and Kofi Kingston, I think it was, at the announcements table, and it's like they almost missed a shot, or that Lesnar came down too soon, because the camera just kind of swung from the outside back into the ring, and Ambrose was already up on Lesnar's shoulders, and they just about caught the F5. And then the way Raw just ended, I didn't even see what happened to Reigns, but Reigns was passed out on the floor beside Big E, or I think it might have been Kofi Kingston, just in front of the announcers table, and Lesnar was just walking straight up to Titantron. It was really rush finished. I don't know if they're a tie for time or what the story was, but it was a weird finish to the show. I think they could have done something a bit better. But that's just me being critical as a fan of something I don't like to do. But I think a few of you will agree with me on that one, that they kind of fucked up on that one, or else it was a bit, I don't know if it was cameraman's fault or was it Lesnar's fault for getting in the ring a bit too quick. But let me know in the comment section below, guys. What did you think at the end of the show? What did you think of Raw itself? Out of 10, I would give this show, I'm just gonna be real. I thought it was like a 4 out of 10 or a 5 out of 10. This Raw was actually very, very poor, considering they're trying to hype WrestleMania, and they're trying to hype Fastlane. That's right around the corner. It's only a couple of weeks away, and they had a lot of potential for the show, as they do every week. And a few weeks ago they really built up the expectations of a lot of fans. They had a great Raw when the Vince came back and they did all that stuff, and then like ever since then it's just been dropping every single week. And at this stage, they really need to up the ante and not just rely on the star power of WrestleMania itself just to get fans, to buy the WWE Network and stuff. They need to get storylines kick-started now, get them into gear, and just give us some hype for this WrestleMania, because at the moment some of the stuff I'm hearing, some of the matches I'm hearing, and just the storylines are pretty boring at the moment. I don't want to come across as just moaning about the product, but that's just how I feel about it at the moment, guys. Yeah, leave your rating for Raw in the comment section below. Make sure to subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and yeah guys, I'll see you on the next one. Peace.